Yeah, I'd love to show you around. Shelby's going to join us as well. Shelby, this way.
Come on, Shelby.
She's now the shop dog.
So you've taken on both sides now?
Yeah, so I managed to acquire the building next door, which I'm really delighted with, which has given us this massive footprint now. We took the divider out between the two forecourts. We've got a much bigger forecourt. Unfortunately, we can't seem to fill it. Every time we buy cars, we are having a good time at the moment. Every time we seem to buy cars and vans, we're turning them over and they're going out the door. So we're always trying to catch up and get more vehicles in stock.
Because you've got plenty of space here for lots of cars, and you're still, from what I can see, focusing on the vans. Is that the main thing that you're doing?
The vans have really worked for us, the commercial vehicles. I mean, in this area, small cars like the 208s, the little Fiestas, they really do work well because we've got quite nice clientele in the area that have got youngsters that want them to get to their private schools properly and nicely. So, you know, I don't know about you, James, but my mum and dad bought me a pair of socks when I was 17. Round here, you get a 208.
Very nice.
Or a Fiesta. But yeah, we service that market very well round here. But really, it's the commercial vehicles that's been the real bonus for us because there is no other commercial vehicle dealer, used car dealer in the area. We are the only one in sort of a 20-mile footprint.
Should we go inside, because it's a little bit cold out here, isn't it? Tell me a little bit, Mike, then about how you're getting hold of stock. I mean, clearly that is a little bit of a problem because, well, either you're selling it all or you're struggling to get hold of it. What are you finding?
We acquire stock the same way that most dealers do, you know, online through online auctions and marketplaces like BCA. We're looking on motorway. We're looking at basically everywhere if we can buy cars from anywhere. We have got some clients as well, some local businesses that will offload some of their vehicles, especially commercial fleet, plus a couple of big councils that we do business with as well in the UK. So we do acquire our vehicles from everywhere, but we're pretty particular about what we buy. As you can see, our vehicles are pretty nice. So we are particular. They have to be late, low mileage. We want them straight as a die, clean. We don't mind paying a premium for good quality, decent transits and vans if it means that we get the right vehicle in stock.
What have you been doing this now for? 2 years, 3 years? This place?
Here we've been 2 years.
2 years.
Yeah, and previously at Mike Brewer Motors, it's been 12 years.
So I come on to Mike Brewer Motors in a moment. I'd like to ask a couple of questions about that. But I mean, in the 2 years you've been here, what's changed? I mean, we've obviously had a nice walk around before. It's a lot bigger. But what's changed with the business first? Have you changed the way you do things? Have you changed the stuff that you're stocking?
Yeah, I mean, we've just pushed for later and later stock. Every time we've turned the stock over, we're pushing, or I'm pushing, for a later registration plate, and it gives us less attrition rate, so we don't get, you know, if a vehicle leaves here on a 73 or a 74 plate and there's a problem with it, it goes back to the manufacturer rather than lands back on our doorstep. It's fair to say we've got a very low attrition rate anyway because we buy very decent cars, but of course cars are, you know, they're like, you know, they're not built by me, they're built by other people, and they can go wrong from time to time. So that, because I'm pushing for later and low mileage stock all the time and trying to push the stock level, it means that our reviews are fantastic, you know, because people have a great experience. They walk in here, they can see we take it really seriously. You're going to see our new workshop next door and how seriously we take that. They get greeted by really good staff, and we push them for that review. You know, the reviews are really important. And we always recommend anyone who comes to buy a car from us, please read the reviews first to make sure you're really happy with the company you're buying from.
Yeah, I mean, the reviews are absolutely vital, aren't they?
Everything.
I mean, you know, looking at some of the stock here, you've got 24 plate Transit, you've got 223 plates. They're obviously a lot newer, these vehicles, than the ones that I saw last time. But you're still doing a little bits to them. You're still Mike Brewer in them.
Yes, yeah, it's the wheeler dealer way. We developed this, kit for the new Transit. So this is our Raptor style edition with the canards on the front, the splitter, a big Raptor grille. We are developing a light bar to run across the front. We're in development with that with the company at the moment, which will be really nice. We put now 20-inch rims instead of 19-inch rims on, roof rails, little boot spoiler, side skirts. It just makes them look fantastic. It makes them look absolutely awesome. We sort of pioneered it with our Transit Customs, the older shape Transit Customs, But these are just come now into a price range that mean that they're much more good value for money. And transit vans as a whole, whether it's the older shape or the newer shape, they're such good value for money in terms of they come with virtual cockpit, they've got heated, electric, folding mirrors. This one's got heated seats. This one's got an electric seat in it as well. They've got air conditioning. You know, they're much more like a 7 Series BMW than they are like an old transit van. They just drive lovely, so why not make them look lovely as well?
And since I was last been here, the TV series has come out all about
Born Dealer, yeah,
all about this business. How's that gone down?
It's gone down fantastically. Yeah, we're overwhelmed with lovely comments from people. Really enjoyed it. The overriding comment from people is just how quick it was. It was only 6 episodes because it was only a filler before I went off and filmed the new series of Wheeler Dealers World Tour. But now I'm talking to Discovery and we're aiming to bring it back with more episodes next time round because obviously we've got a lot more to talk about with the expansion of the business.
Yeah, brilliant. With this business, I mean, you're a busy man. You're filming all over the world. You were telling me about some of the series that are coming out soon. How much does this take up your time?
All of it. All of it,
I can well believe it.
It's all of it. As soon as I land, my first thought is getting to the dealership. This is my baby. I absolutely love it. I'm very passionate about it. I've got some great people to work with. You know, James, my business partner, is amazing. Chloe, my daughter's here every day. My wife, Michelle, is here every day. It's a great team of people. You know, we've got Darren on the tours, Darren, the salesman, Nico, our site manager, has been great. It's a really lovely, nice team of people to come and hang around, be with. And we're all pulling in the same direction. You know, if we do well as a company, they do well in their pocket, and that's what it's always been about.
It sounds like a real, let's keep walking around, but it sounds like a real family affair.
It is a family affair, yeah.
And every time I come here, you're smiling. I mean, like, you clearly love this. You enjoy it.
I'm going to be honest with you. You know, I enjoy this more than my other life.
Why?
This is me, you know, yeah. I'm only on television because this is who I am. I'm a car dealer at heart, and this is what I do. I buy nice cars, I fix them up and I sell them. And I've been doing it all my life. And this is me. The TV side of it is filming me do what I do in real life anyway. But this is my baby. This is what I absolutely love. I love the TV side of it, don't get me wrong. Shelby likes it as well. I love doing it, and it's a fantastic thing to do. And I've travelled around the world several times. I've lived in America, you know, in California. It's been incredible. But this is the anchor. I just keep, you know, it's pulling me back.
What do you love about it?
I love do you know what? I may have said this to you once before, but I'll say it again if you haven't heard it. It was about a year ago. It just is still in my head now. It's about a year ago. You can see this is a reflective glass here. A year ago, I stood right here and I sold a couple of cars. It's a BMW. And I sold them the car and we spoke about the car. You could see they were really excited. I made sure that they were doing the right thing. We went on a nice test drive. I made them put it on their driveway, make sure it fits. All of those kind of things. And they absolutely loved the car. And we did an amazing deal. You know, there was a little bit of money off. We don't give big discounts, but it was like, you know, give them a warranty. They were a lovely couple, a couple of quid off. And as I walked into the office to go and get the paperwork, I caught them in the reflection of this glass, and they were high-fiving and hugging each other. And it was that moment I thought, oh God, you know, I've made their dreams come true. You know, this is a dream for them. It's a business for me. You know, I'm happy. I just got another one out the door. But for them, it was like, this is life-changing. You know, they've got their dream car. So that's what I love about it.
We've known each other a long time, and we've been doing the used car awards.
30 years, probably 25, 30 years, James.
But with Car Dealer Magazine, we've had a relationship with the used car awards, and we've always talked about the industry. What I love about seeing this place and is your passion that you've put into it. But there will be a lot of people thinking, well, you already have Mike Brewer Motors. Explain to those people watching this, how's that relationship work? Because you're not as heavily involved in that business.
No, Mike Brewer Motors is the big business that's up in Sheffield, and that's kind of a separate business. That runs much more automatically, or has run much more automatically in the past. And there's a reason for that. It's got a really good team of people behind it. It's not on my doorstep. It's not around the corner from where I live, so I can't be there all the time. I was in the early days, in the initial days to get it going. I was there like I am here, you know, to put my face and my footprint all over it. But that business started, it's run itself successfully for years. I'm very proud of seeing my name on number plates. Unfortunately, though, that business is about to take a bit of a turn. This could be an exclusive for you. Shelby's upset
Should we
about
let
it.
Shelby through the door and you can carry on telling us what is the exclusive?
This is an exclusive. Unfortunately, because of the government and the way that, because it's heavily staffed, that business, it has, that business has had over 100 staff at one point, and now we're down to around 60. It's meant that it's untenable to run that business anymore. What with the government's new taxation for staff, the onus is on the business owner. And the market out there is really, really strong for competitiveness. So you have to be really, really keen on your prices to be able to sell high volume cars like we're selling out at Mike Brewer Motors. So I think we've taken a tough decision that we're going to have to wind that business down. We can't keep it going because we're losing money, and it's all due to, unfortunately, the government and what they've done recently with taxation.
So the Mike Brewer Motors name will be no more?
That will be no more, but the One Automotive name will very much live on. You know, I'm going to put all my energy and resources in here instead.
Oh, that's sad news to hear, because
Yes.
I know that business has been going for quite some time.
12 years, and
Yeah.
I'm really proud of it. You know, 12 years, we've sold tens and tens of thousands of cars. We've created jobs for hundreds of people. We've sponsored and raised money for charities. We've done so many incredible things with that business. It's an incredible, phenomenal success. But, and it was doing well, you know, it was making money. And it was paying everyone, and everyone was, you know, it was doing all right. But unfortunately, because of the changes in taxation with the government and what they require from business owners, and the levies now on property tax and all the rest of it, and the squeeze that we've had with our clientele in the Sheffield region who were buying our cars, it's meant that, you know, over the last year we've made a phenomenal loss in that business. And we can't suffer that, you know, we just can't suffer it anymore. So unfortunately, we've decided to wind it down.
So you're clearly doing things differently here.
Yeah, here this isn't the Sheffield business.
No.
That was a much more high volume business, selling cars that was 9 months old, you know, up to a year old.
And that market has had it tough, hasn't it?
It's really had it tough, and we're not the only business that's gone to the wall. There's been several.
Yep.
Thank you, government. We really appreciate that. You've put many thousands of people out in the workplace and unemployed purely through greed of taxation. You can keep blaming it on the previous government, but it's you're in charge at the moment. You're the ones who are meant to be turning it around instead of putting more people on poverty street, which is what they're doing. And I don't like talking politics, but politics has had a huge effect on, you know, I'm now staring at 60 odd people that are currently on a WhatsApp group organising leaving parties, and it's really sad. You know, I love these people, you know, we've all worked together very tightly, and it's a really sad state of affairs. But it's not this business. This business, that, to put it in a nutshell, Mike Brewer Motors was a business that was run with the help of funders. So that's a huge business that's got a lot of debt out there, funding stock, funding buildings, all the rest of it. So there's an interest to pay. All of this, One Automotive, this is all in my pocket. So this is slightly different because I
clearly
control
wanted
this.
to do stuff differently when you set up this business.
Yes.
Again,
So this business is totally different, set up totally differently, and this business has got no trouble of waning.
when it comes to the way that you've done things differently here, I mean, have you modified the other stock that you're selling when it comes to the cars? Because I notice out there that they look very different to what I saw last time.
Yeah, so we're just, again, pushing for later and later cars. We're also looking for more energetic stock as well, you know, stuff that really does excite people. There's nothing more boring than standing out there trying to talk to somebody about, you know, a vanilla boring box. I don't want to say the names, but, you know, standing out there talking about something that doesn't excite you as a dealer. You know, so we want to put cars in stock that excite us, and we can get excited about it when we're talking to customers. And we've got a brilliant sales manager called Darren, who's come from the New Car Network. He understands his customers very well. He understands this area very well. He's been trading cars in Leamington and Warwick all his life. So we're leaning upon his expertise as well as to what sells in this area. And it's been a real success. It's been such a success that we can't get the stock up.
Yeah.
Every time we buy vehicles, you may have noticed if you walk around here, if it's more or less, if it's not got a sold sticker on it, it will be sold within sort of a day or two.
That's a nice problem to have.
It's a great problem to have, and don't get me wrong, you know, it pays the bills and, you know, everyone's doing all right, but it's a struggle because we've got this big forecourt now, all this space, and what we need is a full forecourt and cars that are sold, you know, and cars that are selling. At the moment, we've got a quarter-filled forecourt and cars that are sold and cars that are selling. So it always looks like we're trying to chase our tail, and that is the problem.
Let's go and take a look at this, the new building.
Yeah, so this was the building that everyone's been in before.
Yep.
Next door, although it's a separate building divided by 2 walls.
So when did you decide to go, right, actually, this business is big enough for me to take on next door as well? I mean, has that been a long time in the coming?
Yeah, I mean, look, you know, this building was originally built, as you know, to house my private car collection.
Yeah.
And I built this because, you know, I've done well and I wanted to put my Citroen SM in here and my Porsches and stare at them, and built myself a whiskey bar upstairs and a nice little office downstairs if I had a meeting with you. That's what I did. Then we turned it into this business that grew and become a real success. But then we realised, it was last summer, I think it was, at the beginning of last summer, me and James had stood out on the forecourt and it was full. I mean, like bursting full. We had a low loader turning up with 14 cars, 2 low loaders turning up with 14 cars, and we'd occupied most of the street as well with some of the cars that, you know, part exchanges and other cars. And it was at that moment where you realise that you've just run out of space and you need more space. Plus, the workshop was in here.
Yes, because there's still one ramp here, isn't there?
Yeah, but that's coming out. But the workshop was in here. And there was, on the odd occasion, you get a customer come in and they walk in and go, wow, this is amazing, this is really good. But over there, you've got Steve with a club hammer knocking the suspension or trying to get a wheel free on a Transit. And it doesn't look good, you know, that doesn't look good in front of customers. So, and Steve would, you know, often do that and put an expletive in as he was doing it. And if you're trying to sell somebody a 50 grand BMW, you've got somebody in the background going, come on, you bastard, move! It doesn't really work in a workshop. A workshop and a showroom should never be in the same space. So the building next door, I'd love to say I've been chasing it for years. It was always my plan to expand the business. I was actually looking at other premises and we would have sold this. But it just so happened through fate that something happened and I managed to get my foot in and force people to listen to me. And we managed to acquire next door, and I'm so pleased we did because it's the same building, it's just the opposite way round.
Because when I was last here, I think that glass wall there was where it stopped, wasn't it?
It was, yeah. So I'll walk you through. This was basically the office here. Here's James, working away. This was basically the office.
Hi, James.
Here.
Yep.
This was a solid wall. In fact, it was 2 solid walls. There's 2 walls separating the 2 buildings. This was a staircase going upstairs here. So you walked in here and walked down to the bottom of the staircase. You walked in, up the staircase.
I remember. And Chloe used to be sat
Chloe
here.
was there, and this was the cupboard under the stairs. So we thought, well, why don't we just open it up? So we took the wall down. In fact, we took the whole wall down all the way up. So we didn't put a beam in. We just removed the whole wall between the 2 buildings in this section. And then we opened up into this reception area, which is now where Chloe is, and this is the new reception area for the business. So people can come in, they can sit in the comfy chairs, have a go in our race simulator, talk to Chloe about stock, and we were all the way through it, and we was getting to the end of the build, and then Misha, Mrs. B, said, I want this wall out. And we all looked at her and went, what? And she went, take that wall down. And I said, you can't just say, take it down and it's going to happen. You know, we have to get an engineer in and look at it. And she went, no, it's coming down. So, yeah, a couple of days later, that wall came down as well. So, and she said, Michelle said she wanted customers to be able to sit in here, look into our workshop and feel comfortable of what they were seeing in the workshop. You know, they could see how nice we keep, well, you're going to see it for yourself, how nice we keep it and what we do. So let's
take a look, shall we?
That's what we did, yeah.
And so when it comes to the prep of the cars that you and the vans you're buying, you do that all in house, do you?
All in house.
So what do you do? You're not you haven't got an MOT, but have you? But you do all the servicing.
Yeah, we MOT. We just look, as you can see, you know, this seriously. We take we keep stock, you know, because we turn them around so quickly. So these are our One Automotive kits that we've developed with our partners, and these are made exclusively for us. These are our wheel kits as well. So we've got choices of wheel kits with the nuts all ready to go, and we've got stacks of these all over the place. And that is, you know, for old shape Transit, new shape Transit, Caddy, Volkswagen Caddy as well. So we do it with a lot of vehicles. So as you can see, the workshop, first up, this didn't look like this. You know, it was a dirty, old, smelly, white, grey, stinky, oily, greasy building. And then what we've done is we've painted it, you know, cleaned it all down. We've painted it, new floor. We had this sort of One Automotive blue carpet laid down to take you into certain areas like the toilets, and new kitchen. We have a beautiful valeting bay up here, which is really wonderful. It's all got the lights.
Oh, nice.
All over the walls.
Yeah, it's so important to have the space inside, isn't it?
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
So we've got the lights inside all the way round, so we can pull vehicles in. We've got really good detailers and valeters. Darren's an expert at that, at which we make the cars look absolutely amazing. And then what we decided to do is go for, we had the two poster ramps next door, and if we come this way, guys, we changed it to a 2-poster and a 4-poster. 4-poster, so we can do more. You know, that you can hang suspension off a 2-poster, but you can't really do the other work on a 2-poster. So we went for a 4-poster. We're really pleased, and we laid them out in this direction because we've made space here. We're going to have a spin-it, a turntable, and we're going to have a One Automotive psych made in the background, and that's where we put our stock, spin it round after it's been valeted. It come over here, spin it round, have all the photographs taken, loaded up and online.
Nice. Is this stock?
That's mine.
Is it?
That's my little whip to get backwards and
Very
forwards to work.
nice.
It's a little bit dirty at the moment, apologies. That's because I've been away.
You need to get one of the valeters on that.
I'll just I'll do it myself in a minute, throw a sponge over it. But yeah, you can see it's a beautiful space.
Yes. You've got lots of room for expansion in here, haven't you?
We have, yeah, and that's the good thing. You know, we have, if we fill up with cars in terms of we get to that stock level we want, you know, 70, 80 cars in stock, and then you've got, say, another 20 cars that are coming in the system, 20 cars sold going out the system. We have the capacity in here. We can put cars in these bays, you know, move some of these stock items out. We can put cars everywhere in here if we wanted to, or if we needed to.
When it comes to the sort of cars you're buying, I've noticed there's not many electric. I mean, what's your thoughts on electric cars?
Why did you have to go there, James? Why are we having this conversation? It changes. It does change.
Yeah.
No, I'm a real ICE man. I love my internal combustion engines. I really do. I had my Taycan. I run an electric car for 3 years. Enjoyed it for a year and then hated it after that. I hated it for the following 2 years. I just thought it was a pain in the bum to own. But things have changed. You know, in that period of time, 2 years since I got rid of that, things have now changed. I've driven a few electric cars that we review with Car Dealer Magazine for Used Car of the Year. And I've driven a few electric cars, and I'm pretty impressed by some of the new technology out there and how the cars are coming on, and they're getting better and better and better. But I still don't think it's our answer for the future. I think there's going to be a combination of, you know, hybrid clearly works better, I think, than just pure electric or pure ICE. So I think that's a better alternative. But yeah, I'm kind of changing a little bit.
And have you sold many? Do you buy any?
We bought, so we tried it. So we bought an EQC that cost £82,000 when it was new. It was just a touch over 3 years of age. So when it came into us, it had a full service history. It had quite low mileage, 30,000 miles. We put an MOT on it because that's all it needed, and we did a PDI inspection service. You know, an electric car, there's not much you can do, is there? Pump the tyres up, that's about it. Put some screen wash in. We gave £27,900 for it, for an £82,000 car. So you could see that was a you know, a real kick in the goolies in depreciation for the previous owner. So we're thinking, wow, you know, we'll mark it up at is 27,900. We marked it up at 31,990 to begin with. It went down to 39,990, 29,990, 28,990, 27,990, and eventually it was, when you looked at the depreciation value on Auto Trader, it was depreciating like a stone. We quickly stuck it back in the auction and got rid of it and lost £1,500. So that was the day that I decided that we shouldn't really be I don't think we're ready for it here.
So do you just not buy them at all?
Not at the moment. We're not buying any electric cars. I just don't think this area wants it yet. You know, where we are, we're in the countryside. You know, Warwick and Leamington Spa may seem like big metropolitan towns, but we're still in the countryside. We're still an hour and 20 minutes from London, or, you know, an hour from Birmingham. You know, we're still an hour away, and people, I just don't feel that confident yet to go full electric round here. You know, hybrids, we sell hybrids.
The industry is changing rapidly at the moment.
Yeah.
I mean, Car Dealer magazine, we're constantly writing about a new manufacturer every single week. Chinese manufacturers really taking over.
Yeah.
What's your thought on this new breed of cars that are coming in? Do you?
I think I really do enjoy them. Yeah, I mean, these JQs and these Armadas and BYDs and all these cars that I keep seeing on the streets. They look really good. You know, it's not like the olden days, and I'm going to be really cruel here to some manufacturers. When you had a Korean or a Chinese manufacturer that come into the UK, SsangYong, with their, you know, Rexon or whatever, and it was hideous to look at. You know, those cars, genuinely, you know, they weren't keen for the European eye. They weren't keen for the Western eye. They were sort of suited an Eastern eye. And they were hideous to look at. Nobody really wanted them, but they were so cheap that you were sort of forced to buy them if you wanted a cheap runaround. But now, these Chinese cars, not only are they great to look at, they're really cheap as well. So they offer great value for money, which is what the market needs. I can see that it's false. You know, you can see that they're being heavily backed by the Chinese state, and they're flooding the European markets with these cheap Chinese cars at the moment to get us all used to seeing Chinese cars in the marketplace.
I mean, we've been driving an MG today. I mean, what did you think of that?
I was quite surprised. I got out of the car earlier and I said to you, I'm really surprised. I mean, it's serenely quiet. It's very refined. It drives lovely. I can't pick a fault in it, other than I kind of not that keen on the styling. Plus, I think MG name should be on a British sports car, not on a mid-size SUV.
What's next for One Automotive then? I mean, clearly it's probably buying some stock, is it?
Stock, it's stock. Yeah, I mean, it's that really. I mean, I can't think that we want to expand any more than what we got for the minute. We are being constantly asked by people all over the country, can we have a One Automotive in Manchester? Can we have one in Scotland? We've sold quite a lot of cars to Scotland, by the way, it's a bit weird. Can we have a One Automotive in different areas of the country? Not quite ready for that yet. But I think with this, I'm just going to concentrate with James, Michelle and Chloe on getting this business where it should be. You know, turning over 70, 80 cars a month is where we need to be in this business to make sure it pays for all of this. And yeah, I'll be really proud of it. And I'm really proud of what we've achieved so far. You know, we've created workforce and labour and industry, and we've got lots of suppliers out there that supply this business and work with us. And that wouldn't happen if we weren't doing this.
And what's your thoughts on the industry at the moment in terms of the used car market? I mean, how are you seeing things?
It is really tough. It's very competitive. You know, we work on an online basis, don't we, together with you. In fact, me and you are probably in competition with each other sometimes, and it's an incredibly competitive market. I've said it before and I'll say it again. You know, customers out there, they see a car and they probably think, you know, me and you have got thousands of profit sitting in these cars, and it always makes me laugh when somebody walks in, they look at a 18 grand car that we've got for sale, and they say, give me £1,000 off. And I go, I wish I had £1,000 in it. I worked it out. One day me and James was on a whiteboard upstairs, and we worked out what £1,000 profit gives us out of a car, and it ends up net for us in our pocket 170 quid. Wow, we just laid out £15,000, gambled, sat on it for 6 weeks for £170. You know, that's what we did. Yes, people got paid, but that's all the company earned out of that was £170. And I said to James, on that instant, because it was a Citroen Berlingo van that sat around for a little while, because it was white. I said, in that instance, if we would have put that money on a high interest bank account for 6 weeks, would have probably got 100 quid, you know. But there we are, doing this to just earn a couple of £100. It doesn't seem like it's we should be doing it. It is really, really tough to make a profit.
But are you pleased you've done this?
Yeah, I wouldn't be doing anything else. I can't.
Is it a passion project, Mike? Though, or is it going to be your? Will you retire doing this?
I'll retire here. This is my retirement. This is where you come and find me every day. You know what I'm like, James. You've known me for decades, and I'm a workaholic. I never stop, and I'd love to think that one day I could sit back, relax, retire, you know, turn my toes up to the sunshine, read a book. But I could do that for 10 minutes, and then I'll be up again and looking for a car to buy, a car to flip.
I don't think Michelle's going to let you do that.
No, she won't let me do that. You know what she's like. I've got no chance. No, I absolutely love it, and I love this. I love this business. I love the buildings. I love what we created here. Also, it's sort of growing something for Chloe, for my daughter, and it's nice to think that we can grow this business, and we're going to, you know, I'm making sure that Chloe learns every part of it, whether it's, you know, at the moment she's doing the digital marketing, but she's also done sales quite successfully. She bought a car the other day without us and sold it for a profit, which was really good.
Oh, you must be incredibly proud.
Yeah, really proud.
Your daughter's
so
followed you.
yeah, so you know, turning her into a little wheeler dealer. So one day.
So there's a succession plan.
Just give her the keys.
Keys.
The keys.
And take the profit.
And
Yeah,
take the profit. Thank you. Yes, if I could, that'd be lovely. That'd be lovely. But no, I absolutely love it. And Shelby's here most days, aren't you, Shelbs? Hey, she's a shop dog. She greets people when they come in. And look, you
Not
know,
really a guard dog, Mike.
yeah, not really a guard dog, but she does make them melt when they walk in the door. They just go, oh, God, I'll buy a car from you. Thank you, Shelbs. Go and tell that Nigel. Yeah,
Well-
there you go. Look,
Well,
see?
Mike, thank you. It's been an
Mate,
absolute pleasure.
It's always a pleasure.
Good to see you.
And you, buddy.
And wish you the best of luck, and we'll do it
Thank
again
you.
next year.
Why did we end it there? We should have ended it, look, with
Well,
this.
you end it there.
Yes, I'll end it here. Ta-da! This is what we created.
Until next time.
Until next time.